Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you're off to a good start in 2025. I think crypto is going to have a huge year in 2025, and especially some of these top narratives like we've seen AI agents and meme coins and DePin. I think is going to be another thing that really takes off here this year. And so I'm going to talk about some updates from my favorite DePin blockchain that I think is going to do really well this year. So I'm going to talk about some of their accomplishments from 2024 and looking ahead to 2025, what they have planned, their roadmap, and why I think this is a roadmap and a team that could easily rocket this up to a 50x or potentially 50 or 100x even. And so I'll share that with you. Also share a couple of different apps on the PEAQ network that I'm looking at that you could potentially get airdrops for their tokens for just by participating with the apps. And then also talk about this KEKIUS meme coin, which made waves on New Year's Eve. I'll talk about how crazy that was. And then another potential airdrop too that you can get. So you know what to do. Like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and share this video with friends, family, and whoever you think would benefit from it. Also, if you're not following me on X, I don't know what you're doing because I've posted some stuff over there like this Colin, where I said I'm buying it at 4.5 million market cap. It's now at around a $16 million market cap, so almost a 4x from where I called it. And I just post my buys and sells over there. And a lot of these AI agent coins that I posted are up big. So make sure to follow me over there at 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗃 with 2 I's. Also other good stuff over there I posted like this. Traders stress out about the price of Bitcoin and crypto, but investors are calm and collected because they're looking at the big picture, right? And long term. So it's easy to stress yourself out when you're just worried about, oh, where's Bitcoin going to be in 2 days? Where's it going to be in 3 days? But if you're an investor, you're investing long term, and so you're not going to be as stressed. And let's get started here with, I'll start here with this KEKIUS, which was pretty crazy. KEKIUS Maximus. So on December 31st, on New Year's Eve, Elon Musk changed his profile name and picture to this KEKIUS Maximus. And as we can see here, after he did this, the price of this KEKIUS coin just rocketed up. It went from 1 cent on December 30th, and then the very next day, just within 24 hours, is 32 cents. So it did over a 30x in a day just because Elon changed his profile pic and his name. But then we had the terrorist attacks on the 1st, January 1st, and so he changed his profile picture back to his normal Elon Musk just to show support for that. He put an American flag on, and after that the price just dumped hard, down 50 or 60 or 70%. And so a lot of people made a ton of money here, but then a lot of people also lost a lot by getting it on the top. And so that's the crazy environment here with these meme coins. And one tweet from Elon can send this, but another action from Elon can crash the price. But since Elon tweeted about it and everything, I don't think this is going to go away. I still think this could be a strong meme coin for 2025. And you can see here that it rebounded from that huge crash. So it didn't go to zero, and I don't think it will anytime soon, because it's on that same Pepe narrative, which is huge, and Elon Musk is talking about it, and who knows, he could change his profile back to this at any time or post about it again. And so right here where it is now, I don't think this is a bad opportunity to buy. And then before I get started with this content on PEAQ Network, I just want to mention an airdrop that is coming to Phantom this year sometime. I've been hearing about this, and so this is the Phantom wallet. And so if you just have the Phantom wallet, if you don't, you can download it and basically just do transactions on there, put some money on there, make transactions. You could potentially qualify for this airdrop. And so you can go to like a DEX. My favorite one is 𝗬𝗶.AG, and you can just trade tokens. And they also have integrated some social stuff into it. So you can go on and set up your name, your social name. And then I'll put a link in the description here to follow me. And then I'll follow you back, because that could potentially be a criteria. How many people are following you could potentially impact the airdrop that you get there. So I'll put that link for you to go to and follow. But let's get to PEAQ Network here, guys. I started my last video about PEAQ. When I talked about this, PEAQ was at 35 cents. And as we can see here, now it's almost doubled from there. And this chart here is just looking, it's actually looking amazing. One of the best charts I've ever seen here for PEAQ, because as I mentioned in that video, we had this cup and handle pattern play out, just like I said it would on the video, where this cup forms and then it gets this handle where it consolidates and then it shoots off. So you can see it actually did that, went up to over 70 cents. And then it went back down and consolidated some more above the cup and handle, breakout, which is a good sign. And now you can see we're up. We had a huge spike up again around that 70 cent area. And so just looking at the chart is, you can see it's super bullish. And then when you look at what PEAQ has planned for 2025, you can see how this could really take off even higher, and why I think that under $1 here, like, this is pretty much a steal in my opinion to get PEAQ under $1. So just to review some of the highlights here as my cat makes an appearance. But for 2024, we had a lot of good accomplishments for PEAQ. It says this year alone, 41 DePins chose PEAQ as their home. The number of devices in the ecosystem grew from 100,000 to over 4.5 million, and the total machine value blew past the $1 billion mark. With PEAQ's mainnet now live and the first 40,000 plus machines already on chain, the machine economy has finally arrived, and there's no stopping it. And then, as PEAQ's founders remarked on launch day, it said, not long from now, millions of people all over the world will offer goods and services peer-to-peer via platforms they co-own, fundamentally changing how we interact with technology and with each other. And so that's really the main draw of DePin, is that people are able to connect directly with transactions, and rather than a middleman taking some of the cut like you have with a lot of these, like say, Uber, they recently announced that they're raising rates, and most of this rate increase is not going back to the provider. It's going to go directly to the company, And so with these DePin apps, you can cut this middleman out and give this value back to the people who are actually participating in the network. And that's what's so appealing about these DePin projects, really, that are based on blockchain. They can make these transactions happen. And then here you can see where you can buy PEAQ on centralized exchanges. So they have a variety there. A lot of these aren't available in the US. I bought mine on Bitmart, so I have a link in the description if you want to buy it there. And then shortly after PEAQ token launch, they introduced staking. And so you can actually go on their website and stake your PEAQ tokens. So after you buy these on an exchange, you would just send them over to your Ethereum wallet like MetaMask. And then from there, from the PEAQ network, you can connect to staking, their staking page, and stake it. And you can see the average here is around 5%. So you can earn a 5% return just by staking it. But just note that if you do this, that if you withdraw, it's going to take 7 days before you can access that money after you withdraw. So just something to note there. And then looking at this, at first you might think, oh, this doesn't really work, because you go into stake it at certain places and it'll give you an error. But just keep going down the list and trying these, and eventually you'll find one that works. That's what I did. And I'm not sure the one that I'm in right now as far as the staking validator, but you can just try these different ones until one actually goes through. So that's how you can earn a little bit of extra PEAQ by doing that. And then again, looking back at 2024 with staking and everything, and they had a 315% growth in DePin projects on the PEAQ network. Then there's now over 50 projects on there, and I'll talk a little bit more about some of these as we get into this video. But you can see a list here of the projects that are currently on PEAQ, and some of the industries that they cover. You can see tons of different industries: energy, environment, gaming, weather. So there's a ton of applications there that these projects are working on. And then just integrations. So we can see all the Fetch AI and other projects that they're partnered with. And they also recently announced that they're integrating USDC. So that's integrated on the network too. So you can actually go into Stargate.finance and you can send USDC from other Ethereum-based networks over to the PEAQ network and use USDC over there, which is important because that's what transactions are going to use when these apps take off and people start transacting value. They're going to be using USDC because it's the stable thing, right? They're not going to want to transact in PEAQ, which has variations in the price. And then getting into what PEAQ has planned for 2025, they're actually going to integrate a DEX, probably a few DEXs on there where you can go in and swap tokens. So you could swap your PEAQ for USDC, and then as these other project tokens come online, you can swap for those as well for USDC and PEAQ, wherever you want to transfer it to. And then it'll open up to other things too, like NFTs, where you can go buy NFTs. And of course, we may see some meme coins on there. I'm not sure, but that could be a thing too for PEAQ Network. And you can see they have videos on some of these projects that are going to be released in 2025. And I'll go through and play a couple of videos here, just a couple of segments that I found interesting. But one of these here is Silencio. And so they're building a global map of noise. So basically you take your phone, and when you're out walking around or whatever, just anywhere you are, you can pull out your phone and it'll record the noise volume data. And so you can download the Silencio app and get in there and try that. And I'll just show a quick video here of kind of summarizing some things I just talked about.
The go-to global map of noise. Minimizing your personal exposure is just one part of our mission. Our goal is to raise people's collective consciousness of the power of sound. We envision a future in which Silencio's data is going to be seamlessly incorporated into people's lives all around the globe. This will all be possible thanks to the Silencio community. People all over the world that are downloading our app, tracking noise, and getting rewarded at the same time.
So again, that's Silencio, and I actually have a referral link that I'll put in the description. So make sure to click on that link, and then you download the app there, and then you can get started if you want to earn some of the Silencio coins and get rewarded when their token comes out. Another one here that I think is interesting is this map metrics. So this is drive to earn. You're just recording navigation data. So I'll play a short clip of that from the video here too.
Of geolocation marketing, and I realized just how much these companies know about us. I started investigating, and I found out that a lot of our location data comes from our navigation apps and is being linked to our other online profiles. Knowing how valuable this data is, we saw an opportunity to flip the status quo and started building our own decentralized navigation app. A navigation app that's owned by the people who use it and rewards users for their data.
So again, we provide a lot of our data to these companies and they're profiting on it. But with PEAQ Network and these projects, it's just decentralizing this and taking that giving that money back to the actual participants, right? And so this map metrics is one of these that's doing that through navigation data, just mapping out navigation. And I'll put a link to this one as well, my referral link, where you can go in, download map metrics, and start, mapping things out, and then you can get rewarded with their token when that token comes out as well. Another one I like is this farm scent, and I'll just play the first few seconds of this video here.
Our food system is broken. Do you know how long our current food supply would last if a disaster hits tomorrow? It's 63 days, and that number is going down all the time. And one of the big reasons is that the global food supply is owned by a few giant conglomerates, and the farmer is the most exploited part of that chain. And that is exactly what we are about to change.
So that's pretty sad, right? We got the people on top of the food industry that are taking it all, and mostly all, and then these farmers are kind of getting screwed. This is the type of thing that DePin and blockchain can help solve. And so it's real world applications that are really making a difference. And so that's another reason why I like PEAQ Network there. And again, you can see their integrations, with mainstream companies like Bosch and Deutsche Telekom. They're participating in the PEAQ network as well. And another one I'll mention here quickly is just the 𝗧𝗃 protocol. This is another thing where you can basically rent out it says enables you to earn rewards by connecting your smartphone to the decentralized universal computing platform. And so you're basically renting out your computer storage and your RAM and things like that in a safe and efficient way. They have a rewards campaign here too that I'll just show you here. And I'll link this too, but you can go in here, use this link, sign up, and then participate in their rewards campaign. And they have things like just tasks, quests that you can do to earn points. And then eventually these points will convert into their token when that app goes live too sometime this year. And then just a couple other here to mention. We got Bistro, which is infrastructure for restaurants to reward customers and merchants. We got DATS, which lets you earn rewards for contributing idle computer resources to fight cybercrime. DNet, kind of like that one I just mentioned, is changing the way we store data by enabling you to earn rewards for sharing the idle storage capacities on your devices. FarmScent, which I mentioned. So super bullish things happening for 2025. A lot of new projects are going to come out. And just a couple of tweets here about the PEAQ network. So we see from Alejandro BTC here, people still sleeping on PEAQ. Stats skyrocketed to nearly 91K holders and over 100K accounts. PEAQ should hit a valuation of 20 to 30 billion FDV. Currently it's at 2.3 billion FDV. So that's a 10x. I think that's fairly conservative for actually how high the price can go at 10x. Still a huge return, right? But I think this could even, if we get the mega bull run like we're expecting, then the PEAQ price could even go, 20, 50, or even 100x, just depending on how huge the bull market gets this year. And then again, the word is getting out. PEAQ is number 9 in the top 10 altcoins mentioned on X in the past 24 hours. So you can see it's mentioned along with the likes of things like Desync, Astra. Those are two that are getting a lot of buzz lately. And KEKIUS, which I mentioned, and Solana and XRP. So as far as mentions, social mentions on X, it's right up there with what people are talking about the most. So for 2025, this is a big time roadmap for PEAQ. They got the partnerships and they are starting to get the network effect. And so this could be huge. And I think, again, anything under $1 for PEAQ is basically a steal. So that's what I have for you today. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.